Project. Saturday, December 14th, The King. Live as one of the best holiday performances you will ever see. It's funny, entertaining, inspiring, and an all-around good time for the entire family. Writer, director, producer Danielle Gully captivates her audience with a phenomenal production, led by an all-star cast. Local favorite and headliner Grace Williamson, fan favorite Deancy Wyatt as Grinch, starring gospel legend Dorinda Clark Cole of the Clark Sisters, Q Parker from the hit R&B group 112 as Scrooge, and guest starring Carl Anthony Payne from the Martin Lawrence Show as Santa Claus. You don't want to miss The King. Saturday, December 14th. One day, two performances at the Summit Church in San Antonio, Texas. Get your tickets today at DanielleGully.com. Sponsored by B Properties, Now Word Covenant Church, Resurrection Baptist Church, New Creation Christian Fellowship, Sound Design, Love Soul Marketing, Anise Aesthetics, Med Spa. Get your tickets today at DanielleGully.com.
Picks. Let's get it! Matchup for the week, here's the scoop. Your boy Drone keep getting the loot. Underdog, who will prevail? Stay tuned, Drone about to tell.
What's up, baby? Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Drone's Big Dog Picks. And I told you I do not do losing. I went 8-8 last week, baby. I don't do losing, and I went 4-0 in college. I don't lose, and we're not losing this week. Let's get it. Patriots, Jets, I'm going Jets. Eagles, Saints, Saints. Broncos, Bucks, Bucks. Bears, Colts, Bears. Dolphins, Seahawks, Seahawks. 49ers, Rams. This is the injury game. I'm going 49ers. Ravens, Cowboys. Who knows who's going to win, but Cowboys can't lose twice at home. Let's go Cowboys. Jaguars, Bills, Bills. Oh, Giants, Browns, really, who cares? So I'm going to Browns. Texans, Vikings, I'm going to Texans. Packers and Titans. Oh, Packers, Chargers, Steelers. Let's go Fields, going with Steelers. Panthers, Raiders. Panthers suck. They dumb. They crazy. I'm going with the Raiders. Lions, Cardinals, I'm going with the Lions. Chiefs, Falcons, going Chiefs. Commanders, Bengals, we're going with the Bengals. Now let's go college. Tennessee, OU. OU fans, don't get mad at me, baby, but I got to go with Tennessee. Utah, Oklahoma State, going with Utah. USC, Michigan. Michigan ain't got enough offense, on USC. And Colorado, Baylor, I'm going with Colorado, baby. They just draw us Big Dog Picks. Let's get it, baby.
What's up, baby? This is Drone. What's going on, baby? Y'all know how we do. I got the fellas in the house. Those Drone Big Dog Picks. All right, we got with the sucker in his mouth. We got Mr. Phil Townsend, Mr. LU, and said, "What's going on, Phil?"
Hell's up, baby. I put the sucker in my mouth so I don't have to be the sucker on the screen.
What's going on? We got Mr. Mark Howard, the resident touring comedian. What's going on, Mr. Mark Howard?
Hey, I just got one question for my brothers and all the brothers and the people watching. How many bottles of baby oil do y'all carry, man? For real?
You gotta have at least 1,000.
I got 1.5 bottle. That's it.
You gotta have at least 1,000.
Okay.
Well, down in the corner, we got the wannabe fantasy football player that asked everybody to pick his team for him. Mr. Vance,
no,
Bradford,
sir,
what's going on?
I picked my own team.
Jeremiah, you're a
better
partial quick learner. I saw you switch to the Baker this year.
Nah,
but you better wake up.
No,
wake up on the Kyler.
I do want to say shout out to everybody up above me, including you too, Mark, and to my left and to either to my right, you can see. But I don't let everybody get a peep at the doghouse. You know, everybody don't get a peek at the doghouse. This is where all the knowledge comes from.
Well, that's because we know the yellow is running down his back because he ain't picking the team. That gets his colors. That gives his dog colors.
Hey. So first, you know that purple, that royal purple.
Yeah,
there it goes.
But you know that yellow is.
Learn something up there.
When it comes to him picking the team, that yellow is running down his back.
Hey, he don't pick no team at all. But hey,
no, Jeremiah.
but let's
Let's
talk a
get to
little
your
bit.
winning, Jeremiah.
Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about this Eagles Falcons game from last week. We're gonna talk a little bit about the last week, but we're gonna go into this week coming up. But let's talk about this Eagles Falcons. The coach is still making excuses for some bonehead plays that he did. I understand what he was doing. And I understand that Saquon Barkley dropped the ball, and they say 99% of the time he probably wouldn't drop the ball, yada, 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 yada. But football play wise, you on the 3 yard, you on down there, it's 3rd and 3. You getting 2 to 3 yards just with the tush push, and you got Saquon Barkley in the backfield. The Falcons has no timeouts. You got a chance to run the clock out. You in the lead. I think even Vance can call this play. Vance, what do you do if the other team ain't got no timeouts? What
Well,
do you run, Vance?
I think you do that. You do the 3 drop back, the 3-step drop back. That's what you do, man. You do the 3-step drop back.
What's the 3-step drop back, Vance?
I see that's a play you don't know nothing about, and see that would have confused the whole squad, and then you would have walked it right on in.
Okay,
The thing
never
was
mind.
walking in, not running in. I know y'all want to run it in.
Never mind. That's why.
Come on, fellas.
Never
Like
mind.
you said, even you, Jeremiah, know what to do at that point, man. Give it to Superman, the new Superman in Philly, the one that got the cape on. Give
There
it
we
to
go.
him.
Run the ball. Stop.
Yes.
It don't make no sense. So there's no excuse. Run the ball. There's no timeouts. What do you do, Phil? Why do you think he insists on throwing the ball instead of just running the ball?
Look, what I tell you, when you have guys that can at least run and get you a little yardage or a little time off the clock, and then let the other time run off the clock, that's the game off the game clock, and then force them to have to go 97 yards or whatever to score. That's what you do. But hey, look, if Saquon would have caught the ball, we'd all be saying, great call. They weren't suspecting that as heavy and good a run team as the Eagles are. And then some people want to go and blame Coach Nick Faggio. Why are you blaming him? As I've told people before, this guy gets fired too often. He's only had 21 years as a defensive coordinator in this league and a little time as a head coach. Give this man more time before you start criticizing.
Okay, Mark. Phil said, well, offense did. But the offense made a mistake. They end up kicking the field goal. They left 1:39 on the clock. Well, it's up to the defense now. The defense allowed Kirk Cousins with the hurt Achilles to drive down the field with no timeouts with 5 passes. Don't you think the defense and Nick and Vic Fangio deserve some blame in this?
Well, I mean, we knew going in that the Eagles' defense was not very tough. So now you see that. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Falcons went down the field with precision. They went down the field easily. They played as soft a coverage as I've seen since the 70s in the prevent defense. And so that's the best that's the best thing you can say right there. They have no strong defense that can stop anybody very well. And knowing they had to pass. But go back with the offense in that sense. It was a good play call. You just have to catch the ball. Anything can happen with a run play. Could be a fumble snap, could be a fumble handoff exchange, could be any of those things. I know those are more or less likely, but catch the ball, Saquon.
But then after that, you got your man Jalen Hurts, Phil. Mark, you're gonna love this. Jalen Hurts, I think he proved you right, Mark. Even the
On one pass?
Eli Manning
On one pass?
and Matt Ryan, they called the play before it happened. They said that here it come, and they knew where he was gonna go. He looked dead at it,
Yeah.
and he threw the interception.
Because they knew the pressure was going to be on him.
It wasn't no pressure, Phil.
You crazy. You crazy.
Number 18 was running right across the middle. There was no need to throw that long pass to Smith.
He never looked the safety off. He stood right there. You saw where the receiver was going. He looked over, telegraphed the pass. He overthrew him because he was covered, and he figured, I think he was halfway throwing it away, but the safety read that, and he scampered on over there very quickly and was able to get that interception. So,
you don't want to say nothing about all the passes he completed, did you?
Number 18 was running right across the middle. He could have dumped it out. They had timeouts. All they needed was a field goal.
I'm glad you saw that in the replay.
There was no need to throw it long, Phil.
I'm glad you saw that in the replay.
You know, tell the truth about something once in a while.
Phil don't want to accept it. But the fact is that I don't care what school he came from, honestly.
What was his stats? What were his stats? He
is not a quality.
What were his stats?
I'm sure he was 61.
It was an interception at the end of the game.
What were his stats?
Hey, Jeremiah.
Interception when it counted.
Hey, Jeremiah. I'm sure Jalen Hurts probably threw for 61% too.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, I don't hear none of that stuff when he's winning. You were silent. I mean, you couldn't even hear you. I thought you were asleep when they thought he was going to win in the Super Bowl. When they thought he'd be second in the NFL MVP voting. You weren't saying nothing, and that's when he surely couldn't pass.
Hey, Phil. When they were successful, it was because he was running the ball more. They ain't gonna be successful with him passing the ball more.
Look at the yardage. When you look at the yardage from the Super Bowl time and the time when he was runner up for MVP, you're gonna see all those passing yards. You don't throw 3,000 and something yards not being able to throw. Troy Aikman didn't even ever reach that mark. And you think Troy Aikman's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Okay.
I think Troy Aikman is much better than Jalen Hurts will ever be.
So enough about Jalen Hurts.
Look at the stats.
There was a benching this week by the Carolina Panthers. Do you think the benching was deserving? The Carolina Panthers has had 7 head coaches in 7 years since Tepper has taken over as the owner. He's been firing head coaches and offensive coordinators left and right. Baker Mayfield did not look good in Carolina. He leaves Carolina and looked good. Sam Darnold didn't look good in Carolina. He leaves Carolina and he looks somewhat good. But do you think the benching in Carolina of the starting quarterback was deserving? Or do you think they need to figure out some kind of way to get the owner out of Carolina? What do you say, Mark?
Well, I mean, I've been trying to get Jerry Jones out of Dallas. That's not
No, you haven't.
And so the thing is, actually, Vance, I've been trying to get Jerry Jones to relinquish his duties as a general manager. Really more so. But I think Carolina actually did Bryce Young a favor. Why go out there and take all that crap? They're not protecting him. They're not coaching him up. And why go out there and continue to look bad, take the brunt of all this stuff because you're not prepared well, you haven't been developed well, and you're not protected at that line. It doesn't help that Bryce Young doesn't know how to call the protections right for himself neither. But they did a good job. Yeah, they should bench the whole organization. Hey, you know what? I got an idea. Bring Cam Newton back. He's 61% completion.
That's what you took the
Well,
words
well,
right out of my mouth.
well. Let's be truthful.
In my head.
When they brought Cam Newton back, he didn't look good with them neither. So that's me.
Stop.
And what does
Stop,
that
Jeremiah.
tell you? That tells you that the whole organization was sorry. When the players go somewhere else and look good.
Cam Newton did not look good when they brought him back.
I just told you the
I'm it's not the quarterback, it is the organization.
I just told you that.
So Phil, where do you think Bryce Young need to stay in Carolina, or where do you think will be a good fit for him to go?
He who knows what short quarterbacks can do.
Sure don't.
Look, Bryce Young has a right to be upset, but he should also be upset with himself. His play was poor, but the thing is that there's been so much, how did we say, organizational dysfunction and putting a team together, and now you want to bring in a new offensive coordinator, play him one game, then the owner calls the coach in the office. And then the next game, Bryce Young plays, you can easily see if they lost or he looked bad, he was going to get benched. You think Dave Canales wants to go back into the owner's office? He had to make a decision. And that decision is put Andy Dalton in. Bryce Young look to get out of Carolina. If they say it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go. And all I can say is send him to Dallas. Let Jerry Jones work with him.
He might be better than Trey
quarterbacks are not going to take you to the Super Bowl.
He might get trained better.
Please. He'll get protection. That's my point. He'll get protection. If he starts feeling comfortable, you're going to look up and you're going to say, that's why Kyler Murray does it. That's how Baker Mayfield does it. Comfortable in that offensive line.
So Vance, is it Bryce Young or is it the team?
Well, you can't say you can say it's a team, whatever, but they got good talent. They got some talent on they do got some. They got some talent.
Okay. Okay, give me a percentage of the talent.
Huh?
Like, when you say you got talent, give me the percentage.
You know that Deontay Johnson any good?
No, they bitching Deontay Johnson. They trying to trade him back to Pittsburgh.
They can't get the ball to him. Back. They can't get the ball to him. I bet they get the ball to him.
Now, Mark's happy because
they're going to bring out, what was it, Wentz? Is that who's that? No, Dalton. Andy Dalton, he's not ready, right?
Hey, guys, let Vance finish his take.
Somebody help Vance. I can see if Mark were happy because they have Super Hubbard from Old State in there.
Stop. You've been.
Hey, Phil, let him have his stage so we can get over. So we can get this dumb
you and Mark know. You and Mark know what's coming up. What's coming down the road.
We just want you to get that stupid stuff said.
But we'll see what you said, Jeremiah. If you think if he gets traded somewhere else in a different scheme, in a different situation, and we'll see. I think the dude's a little. He's smaller than Kyler. He's smaller than Kyler, and you know how that works.
He's not smaller than Kyler.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Smaller than Kyler. Yes,
no,
he
he's
is.
not. No, he's not.
They both about the same height.
I ain't talking about height. I ain't gonna see. That's what y'all talking. I ain't even talking about height. I'm talking about weight.
Go ahead. All right, man. Okay.
I'm talking about weight.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Now I know what I'm talking about.
All right. 49ers. 49ers. You have Debo out. You got Christian McCaffrey out. Now you got Kittle's out. Now we finna to really see what Brandon Ayuk is all about, whether he's really a number one receiver and whether Purdy is really that guy.
He got paid like one.
He got paid, but we really finna to
So
see.
did CD.
So do you think Purdy and Brandon Ayuk is finna to be that combination? What do you say, Phil?
Are they playing the Sisters of the Poor? Who?
I'm just saying. There is no Brandon. There is no Devo. There is no Kittle, and there is no Christian
Okay,
McCaffrey.
who are they playing?
What you mean? Who they playing?
They're playing the Rams
They
Yeah,
play the Rams this week,
with
but
no
they
with
the
no
Rams
Cooper Cup.
don't have anybody. The
no, but
Rams
no, no,
players
no,
are hurt
no,
too.
no. What I'm saying is, those three main players are supposed to be out for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, but the Rams don't have their main players. But I tell you
They don't
what,
have Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup is out.
But
yeah,
what I'm saying is,
I
and
think
the
Puka and
and
Puka.
the yeah, that other the number one wide receiver,
But what I'm saying is the thing, what's been said was
the tackles.
Brandon Ayuk,
Yeah,
he has not had to have double coverage or anything on him. Now we finna to see whether he is that guy because now they finna to roll double coverage towards him. Do you think? How do you think it's finna to fare with the 49ers since their three other top three people, offensive players, are out? They never had all three out at the same time.
well, you're talking to somebody that don't believe the 49ers were going to be winning anyway. I picked the Rams with the Rams deficiencies. I picked the
Man,
Rams.
you sound like you answering questions like Vance now, man. Will you answer the question?
Never like me.
Well,
But
you're sitting up here wanting me to say, "Oh, Brandon Ayuk is going to make them win the game," because
No,
that's the only way
I
you're going to
am.
measure him. If he sets up and catches 12 passes for 157 yards, you're going to say he didn't do enough to win.
No,
so
that's not.
you think that's what kind of production you're gonna get out of him now? Because he's the only one. You think that kind of production you'll get from him
Can Brandon Ayuk give them that type
right
of
now? Yeah,
production?
Sunday.
Sure, he can. All he has to do is get the targets. If you give Brandon
Well, he
Brandon
said
Ayuk,
ain't no one else there, so he must gonna get the targets.
What do you say, Mark?
no, there'll be other people there.
I think we're definitely going to find out what Ayuk. Ayuk is a good receiver. I mean, I think their offense is still predicated off their run.
Of
And
course.
again, they run it like that West Coast offense, which is a lot of short yardage passes and runs after catch. Ayuk is usually the one getting the ball down the field, right? He usually catching one down the field. Um, so we're gonna see if he can be a little bit more of a route runner of the tree. And that other running back that's been playing instead of Christian McCaffrey has been pretty good. At least in that first game, he was very good. So we'll
Uh,
see. I mean, with George Kittle out, I didn't know George Kittle was out.
Yeah, he got a hamstring.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a
yeah.
problem.
Look,
What do you say, Vance?
Brandon Ayuk runs every route on the tree, and
Okay.
he's excellent at it.
Yeah, but if they, they got Jennings and okay, if you just talking about one game situation like Sunday,
That's all they
uh,
are is one game situations.
yeah.
But go ahead.
They still got Jordan. They still got the running back. It's gonna be
What
tough.
running back?
We'll see if he steps up. This is what he held out, and now he got his money. So we gonna see. Uh,
Um, yeah, we'll see if the quarterback targets him. We'll see.
who
Well,
else he gonna target? I mean,
well,
he has
well, well,
Jennings,
You just mentioned Jennings.
and Smith, but
You just mentioned Jennings.
but look how much of a drop off that is, man.
If that's not that big a drop off
From who?
from any of them to
You
Jennings,
stop,
you stop.
Debo,
To Jennings, and the drop off is here.
Ayuk.
The drop off is here. That's minimal drop off. Plus Jennings can throw the ball.
See, when Phil say something crazy, y'all just sit there and mesmerize.
I'm
You
trying.
got y'all mesmerized.
I'm still trying to figure out what Phil talking about.
But you ain't say nothing. Now
Because I'm confused. I'm confused.
About what?
What are you talking
What
about?
you talking about? And Mark,
Jennings
this is
catches the
quiet. Look at
ball.
him. Mark,
Jennings catches that
boy.
ball as well as any of them.
Who are you talking about? Ayuk?
You saying there's not a
No,
big
Jennings.
drop off between who?
Jennings and
Between Jennings and Debo, Vance said.
Debo and Ayuk.
And I said, it
Well,
sure
I mean,
isn't.
They
And
went
there's
out.
a big drop off
about
between Jennings and and Debo. That
And
is a
It
Debo
big
isn't.
drop off.
No,
and
there
Ayuk.
isn't.
Yes, it is.
Not in the catching.
Come on, Phil.
Not in catching. You're crazy.
You talking about? No, see, hold on, time. You got to listen to what Phil's saying. See, Phil
No,
be
I
playing.
ain't listening
No,
to
no, no,
Phil.
no,
I'm
no.
not
Hold on, time
listening to
out.
Phil.
Hold
No.
on, time out. Phil be playing these Jedi mind tricks, these mind
Yeah, that's what I'm
games,
saying. He got y'all.
and you got to listen to what he's saying. He's saying just catching the ball, but
That's what you were talking
no,
about. Them
no,
catching passes.
no. We talking about
No.
an impact in the game.
Shut
No.
your nigga.
You talked about catching passes. Now you want to add
Phil,
something else.
Phil, you'll make a good lawyer. I ain't playing, boy. You boy.
I'm just saying.
Now you want to come on out and say what that he been.
Now you want to add something else. When I just told you, there is
Mark
not.
the same way. Mark got you fooled too.
There is not a big fall off between Jennings and Debo now. Look at when they pass the ball.
Okay, go ahead,
You don't
Mark.
see Jennings dropping no ball.
Go ahead,
I was
Mark.
gonna say, I'll say with Jennings, it's gonna be more downfield. He's another downfield receiver, where Debo is used in a utility situation. He runs the ball, he runs the
Because
short out,
Debo can't
things
catch
like that.
nothing over 3 yards.
Be quiet,
Right,
Phil.
right. Debo has not shown that they're willing to send him down
He
the field.
can't run a route.
Phil, be quiet. Let someone talk.
But they'll run him on some jet sweeps and some handoffs and stuff like that. Jennings, I don't think they're going to do that with their pass. So if you're looking at, but now production for the whole team, there is a drop off from Jennings to a big drop off from Jennings to Debo.
No, there's not. If you're talking about what you're talking about, catching the ball.
I
Stop.
know. I said the catching stuff. I agreed on.
Plus, Jennings
I
can
said
throw the
I said
ball.
I said the drop off is the other things that Debo brings to the table for production. There's a bigger drop off.
That is not a drop off. That's
Yeah, it
something
is.
that someone else can do.
That's
Now,
a drop off.
can Debo throw the ball like Jennings? No. Every time Jennings throws that ball, you're sitting there saying, why isn't he the starting quarterback?
Right. So next question.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
cause
Coach. Thank you.
you got everybody just stop.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
hey, he like Jennings because Jennings can throw it just as good as
Hey,
Kyler
y'all
Murray.
better stop hating. Y'all better stop hating on Jennings. You're
All
going to
right,
come back talking about he
Hey,
was the
hey,
hero of
hey,
the game.
hey, he like Jennings because Jennings can throw the ball just as good as Kyler Murray.
all right, all right, y'all. This week you got the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. This game mean a lot to both teams. Who does this game mean more to? The Ravens or the Cowboys? We're gonna start. We're gonna start with you, Mark. Who does this game mean more to? Cowboys or Ravens?
I mean, that's a duh right there. Who's 0-2 and who's not? I mean, the Ravens are the Ravens are 0-2,
Yeah.
and they need this win. You know, I mean, they show studies. It's been one for 129 of teams that start 0-3. Only one team in the last 20 years has made the playoffs. 129 others have not. So we're gonna see what's going on with the Ravens here. You know, they got Derrick Henry that everybody felt we were supposed to get, and they got Lamar Jackson who was the MVP. And my thing is, I thought Baltimore's defense was better than it was, but it's his not.
What do you say, Phil? Who needs this game more, Dallas or Baltimore?
Well, Baltimore doesn't need it more for this game. They need it more for the season. And until they decide that they want to make Derrick Henry an integral part of that offense, it's not going to work. Derrick Henry, all his career, you've seen him running out of an I formation. Put Lamar Jackson up under the center more. The way you have it now, Derrick Henry's a bad side piece. That's why nothing's going on with him. It's not Derrick Henry's fault, the production he's having. It's the way the Ravens are playing him. Put Lamar under the center more so you can get this man in some I formation.
Lamar don't want to play under the center though.
So until they change the offense up some to where it can really be something and get another wide receiver, competent wide receiver for that team, the Ravens are in trouble. Dallas' defense, look, I'm going to chalk it up to being an anomaly. I think that Dallas, again, they'll pop back this week. But the Ravens, their problem is for the year by the way they're running the offense.
Who need the game more, Vance? Ravens or Dallas?
Well, it just amazes me, Jeremiah, how y'all just run. Don't even talk about that slaughtering, that thrashing they took last week. You just run past that. You don't even bring that up as a question to lead into this week.
You can talk about
Baltimore
that.
needs more, I guess.
Hey, Vance, you can talk about
Dallas
that
ain't
as your
gonna do nothing
answer.
the rest of the season. The Dallas ain't gonna do nothing.
Hey, Vance, why don't you talk about that as your answer? Because
I'm gonna give you some
you ain't got
FaceTime.
no other football knowledge to use. So go ahead and talk about how we lost. Go ahead.
No. It just amazes me how you guys just run over that.
Is that your answer?
And talk about, I
Yes.
said Baltimore.
Yes, that's his
I said
answer.
Baltimore needs more
Okay,
because Dallas
okay.
ain't gonna do nothing with a win anyway.
Okay.
won't.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
okay.
I know you like to run.
Put me on the screen. Put me on the screen, Vance. Put me on the screen. Okay. Dallas got their tail kicked last week. We didn't play worth a crap. Dallas got beat down. It's simple as that. We offense, defense, didn't nobody play worth anything. New Orleans came in, punched Dallas in the mouth, and they lost. Simple as that. A lot of teams lost. It wasn't just Dallas. San Francisco lost. Philadelphia lost. A whole bunch of other teams lost. So it wasn't just Dallas, even though it's all everybody want to focus on. It's Dallas, but we wasn't the only team that lost. We might, but but we got punched in the mouth, and so everybody want to focus on that we lost. Yes, Dallas lost. We got punched in the mouth, and we lost, and it sucks because they allowed them raggedy hoodats to walk around Dallas Stadium with their raggedy umbrellas, doing all them raggedy dances and playing their horns and everything else because they didn't play worth the crap last week. And it sucks, and they should be ashamed of themselves and embarrassed because they allowed that to happen, and the fans had to deal with that mess. And it shouldn't have went on. You happy? Are you happy now, Vance?
No, because I like I say, is they sent you out there to do that. See, that's why they put you on the screen. You still being manipulated. You see them Langston University, you see them Langston grads over there? Them Langston grads sent you out there to do that.
It's not no manipulation.
Until I see Phil and Mark stand up.
It shows you, Jeremiah, how much Vance listens to what's being said. Because if he did, he would have heard what I said about Dallas.
No, you didn't. You didn't say nothing, man. And Mark,
maybe he didn't understand the word I used.
I went straight to Baltimore.
Hey, Vance. If you listen to the $2 Sports Talk Show on Tuesdays, on Facebook Live and YouTube, you would have heard it all day long at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You would have heard it all day long.
Why'd you bring it over here? I want you to bring it over here where we
can I chime in? Can I chime in for 2 cents of this?
Go ahead and chime in, Mark.
Okay, I'm
Go
gonna bring
ahead.
you to the middle
Okay.
too, Mark. That's not cool, right?
Hey, shut up. Let me say this. It's gonna be real quick. Vance, we played 2 games and we're 1-1. Oh boy. Next.
You beat
Now,
Cleveland,
now,
man.
No,
now.
ask Vance what his
You beat
team
P
is.
Diddy Jr.
Ask
He
Vance what
wasn't
his
even worried.
team
He didn't
record
even
is,
know the
Mark.
plays. He couldn't even study the plays because he know another lawsuit was coming
Mark,
down.
ask Vance what his team
You
record
beat
is.
Cleveland. Bye.
Now, it's the game more important. The game to this week between Baltimore and Dallas, to me, it's more important to Baltimore because if Baltimore go down 0-3 with the schedule that they have, it's a gauntlet. They have a tough schedule. With the division that we're in, Dallas can recover if they lost because we'll be 1-2. We can recover. Baltimore go down 0-3 with the schedule that they have
Look,
and what they got to go through.
you
It would be downright difficult
you better
for them to
relook at
recover from
Dallas's
that.
schedule
Dallas
because
gonna
from week
No,
11 on,
no. Reason I say our schedule, the back end of our schedule is not that difficult. Our last
what?
5-6 games is not that difficult. Our gauntlet is in the
What?
middle. Our gauntlet of
You
our
better
schedule
ask somebody.
is in the middle. I done looked at the schedule.
That's what I'm saying.
Our next 5-6 games is the gauntlet of our schedule.
Yeah, okay. You believe that if you
The
want.
back end of the schedule is where it is easy for
You
us.
better believe that if you want.
Okay.
All right. All right.
So who'd you predict for this week? Who'd you predict, Jeremiah?
I picked Dallas.
To beat the Ravens?
Didn't you pay attention to his picks earlier?
To beat the
I
Ravens?
Of
told you
course
Vance
not.
isn't listening to anybody what they say.
Yes,
Because if he
I
would
picked the
listen to
Ravens.
what I said,
I
he
sure
wouldn't have
didn't
been
hear
bringing up
that.
the nonsense
I
he
didn't hear
did.
that. I sure
You gotta
didn't hear that,
understand.
Vance.
You got
I'd have been over it. All over it.
you got two teams. Dallas very seldom lose 2 games in a row at home. Both of them are in flux. Ravens really don't know what offense they want to run. Their defense is really suspect.
They're gonna
Like I
figure it
said,
out Sunday.
Dallas very seldom lose 2 games in a row at home.
Come on, man. If Dallas start losing, they start losing.
Please, whatever, Vance.
Because you said
Vance.
it was at home.
I mean,
Home.
Jeremiah, let's not be
Because it's
surprised
at
when you
home.
hear. Let's not be surprised what you hear out of Vance's mouth. He don't know what he's talking about, so let him say.
Exactly. You're right. That's why the Cowboys got thrashed at
That's
home.
right. That's why the Cowboys got
Thrashed.
thrashed. Okay.
And to all them San Antonians that went to Dallas to watch that thrashing.
Hey, I said this real quick. Hey, Vance, my team is 1-1. What's your team?
Well, see,
Oh,
that's
that's right.
just it, man.
You
How are you
ain't tough
still a
enough to
fan
have a
of the
team.
Dallas Cowboys in
Go ahead,
2024?
Jeremiah.
How are you a fan of the Dallas
Next
Cowboys in
next game
2024, Mark?
next
Go
Explain
ahead,
that.
Jeremiah.
next
Explain that.
game.
How you a fan to the Dallas Cowboys in 2024?
I've already said it.
Explain that
Vance
one.
ain't got a team. He
Next.
can't stay on that line.
It sure won't be Dallas.
Y'all listen to Drone's Big Dog Picks on 10 TV, the African American network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. All right, you got the Eagles versus the Saints. The Saints has been playing good. They've been clicking. Though that suspension for PEDs by that Kamara had, it worked out because that joker looked pretty big and running real hard. So that suspension probably seemed like it was worth it. And you got Carr that's throwing the ball real good, and their defense is clicking. New Orleans is looking is looking real good down there, and the Eagles are still suspect. Their defense is still suspect. I got the Saints this week. Are the Saints for real or are they fake? What do you say, Phil?
They're for real. I've always maintained that their defense can always keep them in a game if they have anything working for them with their offense. David Carr's had another year to be there, and you're seeing the fruits of that labor. So yeah, they are for real because the defense is for real, and that's why that offense is going to be for real. Yeah.
What you say, Mark?
I mean,
Who you
I
got?
would
Eagles
say
Saints, Phil.
I, I would say I'd like to see this one more game against Philly to see if they're for real. It looks like it. I mean, they put points on both teams. First team they did, they put points on the board, and they look really sharp. I mean, let's face it, they executed against the Cowboys, but they also got some very good play calling to keep us off balance. We couldn't get them in a third down long situation where for damn to really, that's where you get your edge at that level. And that really was just play calls. Once they had us on our heels and had us bottled up, we were dead ducks.
Who you got? Eagle Saints. Eagle Saints, Mark.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take the Saints in this one
Who you got,
because
Phil? Eagle Saints.
they're going their firepower and the way that Eagles defense looks. Saints.
Who you got, Phil?
The Eagles' defense is as weak as you can get. No pressure whatsoever. They still need another defensive back at the least. So I got to pick the Eagles.
Who you got? What? Saints for real? Vance.
I
I
did
sure
say
hope
pick the
so.
Eagles, right?
Yeah.
You said
Okay,
the
you probably
Eagles,
didn't hear
Phil?
me say to
Yeah, cause
lose.
yeah. No, the Saints is real because Kamaya and Rashid gonna do their thing, and Carr
So
all the
who?
way to the bank.
So who you got?
The Aints, brother, the Aints.
Okay. All
Why
right.
couldn't the Eagles put it on them?
You got the Bills and Jaguars. The Jaguars, they haven't really looked real good this year. You still got the Prince, Sunshine. He still hasn't showed me anything. Um, Doug Peters haven't done nothing since he won the Super Bowl with the Eagles. But the Bills are still being the Bills. They saying that the Jaguars are due this week. But I like the Bills in this one. Who you got? Who you got, Mark?
Bills, Jaguars. I'm going to take the Jaguars. I think there's an upset brewing. I think that they're going to come out because they're a little bit more desperate to win this game.
Who you got, Vance?
I got the Bills.
Good pick, Vance.
I got the Bills. I think
Phil?
Josh can beat him one by himself.
Look, the Prince hasn't done anything since he's been in the league. I get so tired of hearing how great and the talent that he is and what's going to happen. He's been in the league now for a while. So stop it with that nonsense. I'm taking the Jaguars to win.
All
Makes
right.
no
You got
sense.
you got the Chargers against the Steelers. Uh Fields has done his job. He hasn't lost the game for the Steelers. The Steelers has always been predicated on defense. TJ Watt has been a madman this year, as usual. To me, TJ Watt is the only defensive player that can control a game, whether a team win or lose on the defensive side. Um, if TJ Watt is not playing, the Steelers normally lose. If TJ Watt is playing, the Steelers, for the most part, a lot of times win. You normally don't have that, and TJ Watt is one of the ones that do that. The Chargers has been looking good this year. They've been playing good ball. The defense has been controlling the game. They've not lost the game for them. Herbert hasn't really lost the game. They've been running the ball more, controlling the clock. But I think the Steelers and that defense is going to get at Herbert, and they're going to get at least 3 sacks on him. I like the Steelers in this game. Who you like in this game, Vance? The Steelers or the Chargers?
I'm going with the Steelers. I always bet on black, frankly.
Phil?
Look, Herbert with that high ankle sprain that he has, He really shouldn't even play this week. And hopefully they'll be smart enough. Jim Harbaugh, he's there with his big smash mouth uh, ball that he loves to play. But no, it would be best for Herbert if he sits it out, or he's going to be in for a super duper long season with that high ankle sprain. So I'm taking Pittsburgh as I've been taking them all the time anyway with Tomlin.
Who you got, Mark?
Well, I need Herbert to play because I started him on my fantasy team, Phil. So check him out. Um, on one of my fantasy teams.
So we
I
know
got
you. We know you in fantasy world with that.
Vance, you do an excellent job of topping yourself on the stupidest things on earth to say. Um,
You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna take the Chargers. I'm gonna take the Chargers in this. I think Pittsburgh has just been surviving on smoke and mirrors. Fields may get a little better here and there, but Harbaugh's got them playing very, very well.
All right, last one for the NFL. You got Lions Cardinals. The Cardinals won one last week. They came back last week and redeemed themselves after the loss against the Bills. Kyler Murray, he was able to see Marvin Harris Jr. last week. Uh, hmm, Surprising, huh? That he was able to see him this week, huh?
And get the
Well,
ball to
it
him.
wouldn't
And
have been
get
surprising.
and get the ball to him. It was really surprising, huh?
It is always to me.
Huh? Of that running game, but I think Hutchinson is supposed to chase him down because Hutchinson last week he had 5 sacks in one game. Uh, the Lions gonna try to redeem themselves because they lost to Coastal last week to the Bucks, and so I like the Lions in this game over the Cardinals. Regardless of what Phil might say, I still like the Lions in this game. Who you got? I already know who you got, Phil. But go ahead and say it.
Well, obviously, it takes me telling you that uh, when the OC says he's got to get the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. more often and early so Kyler can get it to him, you see what happens. When you put the mandate into Kyler's hand and say, get it to him, you see what the Kyler does, just like the Baker. So I will tell you right now that it will be the Cardinals. I'm going to say Detroit can hang in there for a while. So I'm not going to put them past, 6 points. Yeah, of winning. Yeah.
Who you got, Vance?
Well, I sure don't have them Cardinals. I'll take Detroit.
Loser!
And it's hard to take Detroit, but it's going to be close. It's hard to take Detroit because they in Arizona, right?
Why is it going to be close, Vance?
It,
Thrill
it's,
us with your acumen.
why is it going to be close? I think it's a high scoring. I think it'll be a high scoring occasion. I think Amar for Detroit. Jameson, shit. Amar said rah rah.
Hey,
Gibbs running
hey,
backs.
It'd
hey,
be nice for them to get him the ball. He
hey,
needs
Well,
Kyler
they
Murray.
coming back. They got in the ball last week.
hey,
You talking
guys,
about,
hey,
huh?
guys,
Exactly.
They
hey,
got in the
guys,
ball
hey,
last week.
hey, guys, that was the easiest alley hoop I threw to
Ah,
Vance,
shut up, Mark.
and
Mark, you left-handed.
He
Mark,
caught
you
it.
can't throw no alley. You
He caught
left-handed.
it. He caught it and dunked with such stupidity as I knew.
Mark, you left-handed. It's hard for you to throw an alley oop.
Who you got, Mark?
Hey, Vance, you didn't let us down. I'm gonna take the Lions, Phil, because they're better. They're
I
better,
guess your
and
head
and
got hard as that wall.
and,
I'm gonna tell
and
you right now.
Hutchinson. Hutchinson's going to be a problem for Kyler Murray. Not that he's directly, because they're going to try to scheme and block against him, which is going to free up other people to get to Murray in other ways. There, I think.
It ain't gonna take but 2 hits.
We,
I think that I think the Lions are definitely the better team in the first place, no matter where they play.
what?
All
You
right, let's talk some college
you
football
obviously
before
missed
we
the Kyler Murray's on
But
that.
before we get out here.
hold on, Jeremiah. Before we go though, I do want to address when you Mark and Phil's when I made my comment about Caleb Williams. Caleb, okay, that's all. We're gonna move on.
No, no,
Move
no,
on.
no, 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 no.
What about
Your
Caleb?
remark, hold on. Your remark has not come true. Don't lie. You said when he gets hit one time,
It's on
he's
his
gonna
way.
fold and be hurt.
He
And
pretty much
he
shook.
didn't.
He pretty much shook.
No, and he
Yeah,
didn't. So don't try to take credit for a lie.
right,
And two,
Hey,
if
hey,
right.
you look at it, you'll see that there's no offensive line play there
Woo! Here we
at
go.
hey,
all.
Phil. Hey,
And
Phil.
same
Phil.
offensive line they had in preseason.
Oh, hey, let me say this to
And
Phil.
he
Let me
didn't
say,
play but a down.
hey, Phil. Let me say this to you, Phil. Phil, really? You gonna answer him? Let's move on, Jimmy.
I know. And like
All
I said,
right,
Gary,
let's talk some college
two
football before
Cowboy
we get off
fans,
here.
two Cowboy lovers.
We're talking
Uh,
college.
you got the one of the big games of the week. You got Tennessee versus OU. I know OU fans are gonna get mad at me. As an OU alumni, I want OU to win, but as a analyst, I'm picking Tennessee. As an analyst,
They
I think
playing in
Tennessee is gonna
Knoxville.
be OU.
Are they in Knoxville or Norman?
They're in Norman. They're in Norman. Tennessee has the top defensive line, top three. Their offense has been clicking. Heupel is coming back to OU for the first time since he's been gone. It's hyped up. Everything's been hyped up for Heupel. OU offense has not been clicking all season. Jackson Arnold has been playing really timid. Last week he played a little bit better first half, but second half the whole team looked very timid except the defense. Offensive line play for OU is very suspect. It just don't look, when you really look at it from top to bottom, it does not look good for OU. The only bright side is that they are playing in Norman. And so when you want OU to win as a fan, but when you look at it from an analyst point of view, everything looks Tennessee. And so I got Tennessee over OU. What'd you say, Phil?
I say OU's defense. Look, we've talked about how poorly they played for years. This brother's got their defense playing really, really well this year. And the sad part is that this isn't a game about OU's defense. It's going to be about OU's offense. And I will tell you now, until they put the other quarterback in the game and stop fooling around with this Jackson Arnold stuff and playing this stuff to where, hey, you got to let your team lose a couple of times before you make that, that change. Dude, you played against the teams that you should have done something with. And so now, go ahead, start Jackson Arnold. But the moment he's not doing anything, you better put that brother in there and stop this nonsense.
Yeah. So who you got? Who you got, Phil?
Oh, I'm sorry. When Mark got there big, I thought the question was for him. Oh, no, I'm in a stunner, in an upset. I'm picking Tennessee. No, I'm telling you, if they change quarterbacks, OU will win the game. If they don't, it's Tennessee.
Who you got, Mark?
Shades of Jamel Holloway coming in the game for Troy Aikman and bailing them out. Huh?
If they do that,
Mark, I've been saying that all week that this is what this need to be.
If they do that, OU will win.
If Jackson Arnold stubbed his toe, he will not get his spot back.
I remember seeing that game too when Jamel Holloway run that option at Wishbone. I'm taking Tennessee, even though it's in Norman. They got a good quarterback over there in Tennessee. That boy can sling it.
Yeah, but that run game Josh Heupel has, that's what gets that passing game going.
Yeah.
Bishop and those Look, they run that ball and oh God, his name.
Josh Heupel got them clicking on all cylinders.
Look, Josh Heupel say this is what happens when you pay your quarterback $8 million.
And like I told someone today, if Tennessee get a big lead, Josh Heupel's not letting up. He's not letting up. He's gonna run the score. He's gonna run the score up.
Oh well, of course he is.
That's just like he learned. He learned it well
this
from
is what y'all
OU.
let get away, OU.
He
I
learned.
quarterback for you, I coach for you, and you let me go.
Hey, he learned it well running up being from OU.
All right, next one you got USC against Michigan. Michigan don't have an offense. They changed quarterbacks already, and I still don't think it's going to help that offense. They defense is okay. I like USC. USC defense is better, and they have an offense. Michigan cannot keep up with that offense. I think Michigan will hang with USC for probably first half. I think USC will pull away second half. I got USC over Michigan. What you got, Mark?
I got my Maryland Terps beating Michigan, and that coach is fired. Maryland's not playing this week.
Hey, Maryland looking good though. Maryland looking a lot better. They could have won 2 weeks ago, man. But they
couldn't have won last week though.
Yeah, they choked it up.
They could not have won last week. Not playing Michigan State.
Yeah.
See, Mark had to go out on that one because he was like, "Yeah, you're right."
So I got to call Michigan State. This year, I was surprised they lost that game.
They choked it off. They choked it off. I'm gonna
take
they
USC.
had Michigan
USC's playing better.
Who you got, Phil?
Look, for all you Lincoln Riley haters, that's because you still wanted him there at OU. I'm telling you right now, I told you, if Lincoln Riley gets his defense down, good thing, get rid of Vance because he didn't do anything. Look, give the offense another week. They're gonna be rolling. I got USC all the way. I'm Lincoln Riley. That's my guy.
All right, last one, Colorado Baylor. I think I don't know too much about Baylor. Baylor hasn't really been looking real good the times I have seen them. I think Colorado. It's in Baylor. Colorado got to go down to Waco.
What's the record?
I think they 1-1. I believe. I think Baylor's 1-1. Hold on, let me see.
If they are, they beat themselves.
No, they 2-1. They 2-1.
Okay.
Baylor's 2-1. So both of them 2-1.
Did you see who they beat?
They beat Air Force. They lost to Utah 23-12. And they beat Tarleton State.
All right. That helps.
Whoever Tarleton State is, 45-3. They lost to Utah 23-12, and they beat Air Force 31-3. I think I picked Colorado. I think just because I want to see Colorado do good. I think that's probably the reason why I picked Colorado, because I want to see them beat Baylor. I want to see them do good. And so that's why I picked Colorado. I think Travis Hunter is good. I like Shador. They're going to have to protect him. And we're gonna see what they're gonna do, because it's the start of Big 12 play. So we'll see what happens. Who you got, Mark?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something about Colorado there, Jeremiah. They showed they got a little bit of a running game last week, huh? They ran the ball pretty well.
It started to improve.
That's because they finally played the freshman Welch. That's why.
Yeah. So, I don't know much about Baylor, to be fair, and so my mind is kind of pulling a bit for Colorado. But I think that looking at the games in the schedule thus far, Colorado seems to be a little bit better tested. Uh, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Colorado State is better than Tarleton. and, I forget who else they beat, but that was Air Force. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say both the teams they beat is better than Air Force and Tarleton. And Utah's formidable, although Oklahoma State's gonna beat Utah, Jeremiah. So you'll see. I'm gonna go with Colorado even on the road. I think it'll do Colorado some good to play on the road outside of playing in Colorado at times. I think they'll be good there.
Who you got, Phil?
Hey, Mark, O State don't know whether they look their identity should be running the ball with nothing but the best back in the country, and they're messing that all up. They're messing that all up. And I would tell you right now, Cam Rising's coming to town. So look, Utah, look, they're one of the top teams in the country. So for Baylor to put 12 points on them, and the other numbers Baylor put up shows that they can score. So Colorado, yeah, I'm going with Colorado, but Baylor's the bottom of bottom in the Big 12. If it weren't for Baylor and Texas Tech, Colorado would be at the bottom. But that's where Baylor saves them.
Well, speaking of Utah, OU can't run the ball, and it's crazy. They can spread the field and pass the ball. Yeah, OSU. They can spread the ball and pass the ball, but they got Gordon. That's the crazy thing. Last year they can run the ball, but this year they can't run the ball worth nothing, which is the craziest thing.
Yeah, I haven't watched Oklahoma State.
Well, and not only that, not only being able to run it, it's how they're running it. They're not even using Gordon. Gordon's 233 pounds, and you get a play here and a play 10 minutes later and another play, and next thing you know, you got 8 rushes and a half instead of pounding Big Ollie and letting him go on and do his thing.
But Phil, the crazy thing, they spread them out. With the receivers they got, they spread teams out, and you still can't run the ball. That's the craziest thing. They spread teams out, and you still can't run the ball.
Bring back Thurman Thomas and Hartley Dykes, please.
And Utah got the top 5 defensive line in the state, in the nation.
Well, look again. Utah
is Cam Rising gonna play? Because it was up in the air whether he was playing or not.
Well, that's the thing that's up in the air. But chances are he is going to play. But that's the thing that's up in the air is he going to play? But until they start opening some holes, no. Ollie, I was listening to the coach. If Ollie starts running like he did last year, why don't you try doing what you did so he could run last year?
Yeah. So, but all right, we had a good show, fellas. Let's get off here.
Well, it's been great. Been real. The past 5 minutes has been the best.
Hey, it got really good then.
Where did he go? Did he disappear?
If you had that many wrong answers, you'd leave too.
The level of sports intelligence went up by like 100 points.
All right, fellas, y'all have a good week. Enjoy watching sports and football. Y'all been listening to Drone's Big Dog Picks on 10 TV, the African American Network. We'll have a local feel and a global reach. We'll be back next Friday. Y'all been listening to the fellas. Peace out, fellas.
How's up, baby?
Saturday, December 14th, The King. live as one of the best holiday performances you will ever see. It's funny, entertaining, inspiring, and an all-around good time for the entire family. Writer, director, producer Danielle Gully captivates her audience with a phenomenal production, led by an all-star cast. Local favorite and headliner Grace Williamson, fan favorite Deancy Wyatt as Grinch, starring gospel legend Dorinda Clark Cole of the Clark Sisters, Q Parker from the hit R&B group 112 as Scrooge, and guest starring Carl Anthony Payne from the Martin Lawrence Show as Santa Claus. You don't want to miss The King. Saturday, December 14th, one day, two performances at the Summit Church in San Antonio, Texas. Get your tickets today at DanielleGully.com. Sponsored by B Properties, Now Word Covenant Church, Resurrection Baptist Church, New Creation Christian Fellowship, Sound Design, Love Soul Marketing, Anise Aesthetics, Med Spa. Get your tickets today at DanielleGully.com.
Let's get it! Matchup for the week, here's the scoop. Your boy Drone keep getting the loot. Underdog, who will prevail? Stay tuned, Drone about to tell.
Saturday, December 14th, The King. Live as one of the best holiday performances you will ever see. It's funny, entertaining, inspiring, and an all-around good time for the entire family. Writer, director, producer Danielle Gully captivates her audience with a phenomenal production, led by an all-star cast. Local favorite and headliner Grace Williamson, fan favorite Deancy Wyatt as Grinch, starring gospel legend Dorinda Clark Cole of the Clark Sisters, Q Parker from the hit R&B group 112 as Scrooge, and guest starring Carl Anthony Payne from the Martin Lawrence Show as Santa Claus. You don't want to miss The King. Saturday, December 14th, one day, two performances at the Summit Church in San Antonio, Texas. Get your tickets today at DanielleGully.com. Sponsored by B Properties, Now Word Covenant Church, Resurrection Baptist Church, New Creation Christian Fellowship, Sound Design, Love Soul Marketing, Anise Aesthetics, Med Spa. Get your tickets today at DanielleGully.com.
These my peepers right here, some of them gonna be with me when I'm looking for the perfect sandwich. What bruh man gonna be doing?
Looking for the perfect sandwich.
Looking for the perfect sandwich.
Tommy Davidson, Lethal Shooter. We looking for the perfect sandwiches.
That would look good.
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor. And look at here. I'm searching for the perfect sandwich. So I want y'all to register at www.theafricanamericannetwork.com to join my sandwich community. It's gonna be all that. And look ahead. Want y'all invite me to your city if you think you got the perfect sandwich. And I ain't talking about no served sandwiches either. Peace.
Tell me what's the vibe.
I can tell your love is so unreal to me. When I look into your eyes and see, yeah, the realization that you're down with me. From one to one, it's you and me, yeah. Baby girl, you got it. Show all about it. So won't you come and be with me, yeah. Just can't deny it. Ain't mad about it. Ooh, girl, you set me free. One chance, love, talking real love. One chance, love for me. Certified love, confirmed from above. Anyone can plant the seed. I'm so glad that I can say I got ya. I know you feel the same way too. Certified is just the way it is. From one to one, this love's so true. Yeah, baby girl, you got it. Show all about it. So won't you come and be with me? Yeah, just can't deny it. Ain't mad about it. Ooh, girl, you set me free. One chance, love, talking real love. One chance, love for me. One chance, love. Certified love, confirmed from above. Confirmed from above. Anyone can plant the seed. You are my true love. Yes, you are. Certified love. The only one from up above. Yeah, hey, 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 hey. Chance love, talking real love. One chance love for me. One chance love for me. Certified love, confirmed from above. Anyone can plant the seed. Anyone can plant the seed, yeah. One chance love, talking real love. One chance love for me. This is one certified love. Oh, confirmed from above. Anyone can plant the seed. Anyone can plant the seed. Oh, love, one chance love. Oh, certified love. Oh, certified love. Yeah, yeah. Certified love. Certified love. Saturday, December 14th, The King. Live as one of the best holiday performances you will ever see. It's funny, entertaining, inspiring, and an all-around good time for the entire family. Writer, director, producer Danielle Gully captivates her audience with a phenomenal production, led by an all-star cast. Local favorite and headliner Grace Williamson, fan favorite Deancy Wyatt as Grinch, starring gospel legend Dorinda Clark Cole of the Clark Sisters, Q Parker from the hit R&B group 112 as Scrooge, and guest starring Carl Anthony Payne from The Martin Lawrence Show as Santa Claus. You don't want to miss The King. Saturday, December 14th. One day, 2 performances at the Summit Church in San Antonio, Texas. Get your tickets today at DanielleGully.com. Sponsored by B Properties, Now Word Covenant Church, Resurrection Baptist Church, New Creation Christian Fellowship, Sound Design.